Well, guys, we're on the side of the shop starting this video off, and it's because we're about to jump in the old Tundra here, and a couple of them road trip videos coming up. So, hope you guys want to come along for a ride on this episode of Pugliese Speed Shop. So, you might be wondering why there's no trailer on the Tundra yet. We'll tell you why. Megan's in there pulling up the directions right now. I came down here, grabbed a couple things, and yeah, you're going to see, guys, this is not anything like what we normally do. Because, well, first off, we're going to pick up a Ford. It's a Ford. That's it. That's what's up. And it's not for me. And well, as soon as you see it, you'll already know because it's entirely too nice for anything I would ever buy. But come down here. We're gonna grab these, grab some tie downs here, and we get on the road because guys, we're doing a lot of driving, right? You guys saw the last video where we were towing the kids' car back from New York down here. And I feel like we're making like, I want to say a return trip, but that's kind of exactly what we're doing. Let me shut up, get all this stuff ready, and just show you guys what's up, because it's probably a lot easier than me trying to explain stuff that, well, yeah. All right, guys, so we're about halfway to PA. Well, actually, I take that back. We're in PA. You can tell by the Amish cart behind us. And we're waiting. We call in the military. We're standing by to stand by. There might be a little slight technical difficulty with some money transfer to get this car picked up. Like I said, guys, when there's a money transfer involved, it's clearly too nice of a vehicle for me. So it's for my uncle. And if everything goes right, you're going to meet him by the end of this video. I don't want to say too much because we don't know what's going on right now. So we stopped here. Where are we at here? We're at the Shrewsbury Amish markets. We're going to grab a little bit of food there because they do that real well. I don't know, look at some furniture. Maybe see if we can make a deal on this little horse and buggy thing. I definitely want to play in that big blue thing back there. But until we do any of that, we're standing by. So we'll keep you guys abreast of the situation, and hopefully we come back with some good news. So we walked around the markets here. About to go back in and get a little bit of food because it seems like we're not actually going to be going to New York today. Megan's over here on the phone, canceling the trailer, and at least I got something cool to show you guys. Check it out. This guy pulls in next to me. It's like 86, 87 Grand National. Pretty dope. I mean, it's not a GNX like old Doug's got, but it's crazy I actually know that stuff now, but man, this thing is clean and cool, right? He's got some meats in the back, so she might do a little something, but beautiful. These cars are so beautiful, just so clean, and sitting next to a buggy, right? But I want to show you guys that, so at least it's not a total waste, and we'll bring you back when we actually know what's going on. Well, guys, you know I'm all about procrastinating. but it's this is crazy. It's 13 months later. The Tundra looks a whole lot different, and we ended up not picking up my uncle's car that day because, like I said, there's a bank transfer thing or whatever. I just told you about it. Well, I said it like a year ago, but you get it. My brother ended up going to pick it up because it was right by his house up there in PA. So he picked it up, and then they had it transported out there to New York. I'm just going to see it now. We're about to get in the truck, shoot up there for a barbecue, and I'll finally get to see the car. Looking forward to it. It looks beautiful in pictures. So yeah, guess we'll see how the trip goes. The plan is he's like, yeah, he kept telling me, you can see the car, you can see the car. So if I get to see the car, you guys can see the car. Here we go. All right, guys, so there's a Tundra. We finally made it to Long Island. And here is my Uncle Pete's 1965 Mustang. 2+2, right?
Fastback 2+2.
So 289. What's it's got a C4 in it?
C4. It's got dual quads, headies, side pipes, dual exhaust.
Yeah, it's a little late right now, but we fired up before. She's nice. So, we were looking forever for a car, and funny, my brother Joe found this in Hamburg, PA, which is where he lives. Uncle Pete went and looked at it for obvious reasons here, fell in love with it, and picked it up. So he bought it. We were supposed to come pick it up. That's when this video started, a year and some change ago, and didn't work out that day. Joey went and grabbed it, took it to his house, and then you had it brought here, right?
Yeah.
So, so some significance. Beautiful red, black interior, perfect. You know, you want to tell the story?
Yeah, I'll tell the story
about how it all came to be.
Well, it's funny because I was looking, as Chaz said, I was looking for a while, and I get this call. I'm in Florida, and I'm driving back, and I get this call from Joe saying, "You want to take this call? I know you're on vacation." And I take the call, and it's this car. And he texted me some pictures, and it's exactly what I was looking for. And then the part of the story that Chaz didn't tell you, which is amazing to me how things work out, is when Joe went to pick up the car, his mom, Katie, took him over to get the car, and she looked at the car and she says, "I know this car." And as it turned out, they used to bring their dog to be boarded by the people that owned this car. And then they sold it to the dealer I bought it from. And you gotta understand, my sister-in-law, Katie, doesn't know what she drives. But she recognized this car.
For her to remember a car.
For her to remember a car is a miracle. She doesn't know what she drives. So she told Joe that she remembered this car, and then that's why I said that I really believe that, you know, for whatever it's worth, and as karma works, that my brother sent me this car and made the connection. Well, it went from Pennsylvania, my nephew in Pennsylvania, my nephew in Maryland, and here in New York. And then now the additional part of it, I was looking for a spare for it, and Chaz in Maryland finds a spare online in Pennsylvania, and today they came and visited me, and they bring the tire to New York. So it's like this triangle going on with this car.
Also from Hamburg, PA.
Also from Hamburg, PA. So Chaz says it might have been the original spare from this car.
You never know.
So that's the story.
I remember my mom said that when they would drop the dog off, every time my dad would say, "My brother used to have a car just like that." Because you had the original back, well, you were 16 when you bought the first one?
I was like 17. I bought my first one. And then for a couple of reasons, I sold it. And then a couple of years later, was able to afford it again and wound up buying back the same car.
But didn't even know it.
Car, without even knowing it. And then I had done some things to it then, and then I'm looking at it, and I remember doing those things, and I checked it out at Motor Vehicle. It was my car. And then, for other reasons, I had to sell that one, and now I found myself in a position to buy one again, and here we go.
So you've owned a Mustang three times.
Three times, but one twice.
So only two cars. This, Uncle Pete, this thing is beautiful. This is the first time I saw it, and the fastbacks is just the look. I mean, you know, and of course, you gotta have the Kragers, right? Is it open? We look inside.
Sure.
The dome light even works. Look at that, huh?
Two lights in the back.
Yeah. It's I mean, it's red Mustang with a black interior. I mean, that's like quintessential Mustang, especially with the fastback. You know, it's just it's a beautiful car. And
Thank you.
got the cowl induction hood on it. Did you guys hear how good that closed? It's just lined up.
Yeah, but you know.
Well, that's the fiberglass hood.
Yeah,
We take that for what it's worth, right?
yeah. Want me to pop it?
Yeah, but sure, you know, why not? And mind you guys, it's getting dark out right now, and it's still the shine on this thing. Forget about it. So this is it's a 289. She's got some work done too. I don't think it came off the factory floor like that.
No. Dual quads.
But yeah, dual quads. So we're looking at it. It's got tubular control arms, 4-wheel disc brakes. Obviously, you see the strut tower brace there. Something that I don't know anything about, but is this here. And it's kind of hard to see in this light, but electric power steering, right?
Mm-hmm.
You got that. That was a kit you bought, and because and you guys have driven something like this without power steering, especially you saw it had that smaller steering wheel on it. There you go. There's a little light on the subject. So yeah, I don't know a lot about it. I'm going to be researching this, but I guess this is like the reservoir or the pump or both. Seems to be actuated by some relays here, and you said it's got like a gain on it, right?
Yeah, there's a positive, you know, an up and down switch to make it less or stronger or less.
That'd be great.
And also the brakes you can make more sensitive.
Oh, the brakes too.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
For the brakes, yeah.
So even that's awesome. I mean, it's like we were saying, like going down the highway, kind of turn it down a little bit, keep you in the lane nice.
You really don't need the power steering unless you're, you know, driving around town and
parking lot,
spots, you know, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
And then of course there's that beautiful mural.
Oh, the Mustang on there. Look at that. She's clean. They did a nice job of this thing. I saw the adjustable coilover shocks, front and back. I mean, this thing it definitely doesn't ride like your other one does, huh?
No.
Just looking at everything, there's an electric fan on it, aluminum radiator, everything. I mean, done right. And that's awesome because be cheesy, but you totally deserve it.
Thank you.
So
I appreciate you saying that.
I'm so glad you got this car. All the the history leading up to it, but behind, and the other one was red with a black interior.
Yeah.
So, it's
Same
just
car.
yeah.
The only difference is I had the regular Mustang hubcaps on it. I didn't have the Kragers.
Right.
But it had the C4 in it, the whole bit. I changed that one over. I took out first it was a 250.
Right.
Then I put in a 260, which was actually original in Falcons and Mustangs. And then a friend of mine found a 289. Al, you probably don't remember Al.
I remember you talking about
Al's towing. And then he calls me one day and he goes, "You ready for this?" I said, "What?" He goes, "I got a Boss 302. I said, "I'll be right there." And I put the Boss 302 in, took out the 289. Even though it didn't really come in that car.
Why not?
Why not?
It's awesome. And like, say we're going to shows with it Friday nights out here on the island and stuff.
Going to shows, going to car meets. There's twice a year they have one in Tobay where they rate the cars and they give out trophies. And, you know, I got a couple of things to clean up, and then maybe next time I'll win a trophy. But it's just so much fun.
I don't see why you wouldn't. And it's not. You're out there driving it.
I'm out there driving it.
That's...
We go out to Tobay. We go out there for lunch. We drove out to Tobay. We drove out to the beach. You know, go out and have lunch at the restaurant at the beach, and you know, cruising along the Ocean Parkway. It's great.
I mean, obviously, so I saw in the back, you got chairs in there when you go to shows and all that stuff, and so I love that you're out driving it. It's not, you know, it's not just sitting there in the garage and you're thinking about it and whatever. getting out there, driving it, doing what it's made to do, enjoying it.
That's it. Yeah.
That's awesome. That is awesome. I got to make it out here on a Friday night.
Absolutely.
That's what we got to do.
Come on out for the weekend, man.
Yeah. That's what we'll do. We'll work on that.
Yeah.
And do a little nice shot at it. So you guys leave a comment. Tell them what's up. I mean, obviously it's a beautiful car. If you're out here on Long Island and you know any other shows around here or something like that, leave a comment about that. Maybe he'll see you there. All right.
Thanks, man.
So I was trying to think of a way to end this video. I think I might have nailed it, you know. So we're in West Babylon, New York. I used to live right down that road there. I think it was there. So there's the ice cream parlor that we used to go to and play video games. They let us buy cigarettes from my parents back then. The barber shop me and my brother watched some dude get scarred at. You know, all the old strip malls of Long Island, right? But Megan said I should do it in front of my old house, and I thought that might be a little creepy for the people that live there now. But where it all started for me, right? As a matter of fact, fun fact, the Le Mans that my father had used to sit right here. We sold it, so my dad sold it, and we lived down that block there. The guy worked at the laundromat. It parked it right like that. That car is parked behind me. Saw it every day. But so lots of memories, you know. We swung by the old cemetery, not to be morbid about it. Spent a little time with the grandparents and great grandparents, and heading back to Maryland, of course. You know, right? So, well, we're out of here. Hopefully you like the Mustang. Finally got to finish that story, and well, it's not just work. Sometimes I say always, if you want to have the coolest thing in a parking lot, you better be ready to put in some work, which is 100% true. But you know, you gotta have some feeling behind it. You gotta love it. So that's kind of what this episode's about. So get out there, get yourself something you love, have fun with it. Thanks for watching, guys.